During the late 1900s, a man famously known as Jeffrey Dahmer did unspeakable acts, all of which ending in murder, to 17 different victims, making him one of the most demented but popular serial killers in recent history. Now, back in September, Netflix released a documentary series about this man, documenting his life and all the sick shit he did. Now, how do you think TikTok reacted when this documentary went viral? Did they A, react in disgust to this man's awful crimes they now learned about, or B, somehow feel bad for the serial killer and go on to defend him on TikTok? If you selected A, you have too much hope in this generation. They obviously went B. So the whole epidemic starts off when these people made these weird ass fan edits about the guy. I don't think I can show half of this because like YouTube guidelines, but it like details him playing with his victim's bones, shows like these dead bodies, fake ones of course, but still, they're almost like sexualizing this guy's murder which is sick on a whole new level. A lot of the times in the comments you'll see them defend it by saying, you know, we're just joking, it's just for comedy, but I think a line needs to be drawn. These fan edits are something you make when your favorite Minecraft YouTuber sneezes slightly gay enough, not when somebody killed people and ate them. That's just disgusting. But once you get past all the weird fan edits, you graduate to these people that thought it'd be okay to make whole 2-minute videos about why they personally felt bad for Jeffrey Dahmer. Once again, after watching the whole series and seeing all the awful things he did.
Serious question. Is there something wrong with me because I high-key felt bad for Jeffrey Dahmer?
Yeah, there is. His youngest victim was 14 years old, and you still felt bad for him at the end of the series when he died.
Okay, so first things first, that whole documentary was like 12 out of 10. Like, that shit was fire. Coming from someone that likes like true crime shit, right? Now, throughout the whole thing, I was like, damn, like, this shit is crazy. Like, that's so sad. All, like, the murders and everything that, like, he did. The way he did it, like, I was like, damn, like, this shit is mad scary. Like, that's so sad. But I was, like, fine throughout the whole thing because, like, I watch a lot of true crime, whatever. But, bitch, when they killed Jeffrey, I was like literally teary-eyed. Like, I got teary-eyed. I'm looking at my boyfriend like, oh my God, like, please don't tell me they kill him. Don't tell me he died.
You have a fucking boyfriend? How? How do you maintain a relationship when you're putting the dude's second priority to Jeffrey Dahmer? Like, he's down here. Your attraction for Jeffrey Dahmer is all the way up here. Listen, I don't know if he's being held hostage, but if you're the boyfriend out there and you're watching this, leave her immediately. She is crazy. What you essentially just said was, okay, yeah, it was kinda sad when the victims died, including the 14-year-old boy, but oh, bitch, when they killed Jeffrey, I couldn't stop crying. It was so sad. They'll talk about him like he's a fucking fictional TV show antagonist. No, he was an actual murderer that lived and killed actual people. I know I sound like a broken record when I say that, but when you got morons like this saying they feel bad for him after watching the most disgusting things ever, you kinda have to drill the common sense back into their heads if they even have a brain in this noggin of theirs to drill it into. If you said you felt bad for his childhood and upbringing, that would be somewhat understandable. Like, you felt bad for the child that had unfortunate circumstances and basically didn't stand a chance. Sure, even I feel bad when I watch these kind of documentaries and it starts off with the killer being a child and they're like being abused or they have bad circumstances. I can feel a little bad. I'm like, oh, poor kid. But after you watch everything they do, I don't give a fuck if you were corrupted at childhood. There's no excuse to go out there and do that stuff. I cannot believe it. 2022. Gotta say murder is bad. Wow.
I'm looking at myself like, what? Like, what? For some reason, like, everything that he did that was, like, absolutely horrifying, just, like, out the window. I'm literally like looking to my side and I'm like, please tell me they don't kill him.
Yeah, the murder, the cannibalism, that just slipped your mind. You know, his main characteristic, everything he's known for, he just forgot about it, man, because he's so hot and he made your pants wet.
I felt so fucking bad. Like, I actually felt bad. Like, it was, like, ridiculous. I'm thinking to myself, like, you should not be feeling bad for this man. Like, but I deadass didn't want him to die. Like, I was kind of pissed. I was like, what the fuck?
And I think what makes this video even more disturbing is the fact she not only felt bad for the guy, but went on to talk about her empathy for him on a public social media platform that billions of people use a month. I think that just makes it all the more disturbing. Like, you thought this was normal, at least normal enough to where you would tell the public about it and expect not to get absolutely shit on. And you could say, oh, she's a troll, it's satire, she's trying to get a reaction. And at first I thought that. When I saw Playback make a video on it, I was like, okay, well, she has to be trolling, right? But no, she turned off the comments on this video, which shows to me she isn't, because when you're trolling someone, right, what you want is a reaction. So how would you turn off the main source of the reaction? You get what I'm saying? And also, the comments on this video were not disabled before. Thanks to this fine gentleman here, we have an archive of the comments, and it turns out there were actually people out there agreeing with this god-awful take. I thought the same as well. I felt bad for him because he needed help and no one listened and think he was sincerely sorry. I don't give a fuck if you're sorry. If you killed and ate people, we're smoking your pack. Whenever you die, we are... He just had issues. He didn't even understand why his mind was like that. Sad face. Do you see what I mean, bro? Like, even if she was trolling and disabled the comments for some reason, there is people actually agreeing with this garbage take and spreading the message more than it ever should have been spread. And listen, I'm like a 30-year-old mom when it comes to true crime. I like to watch it on my big screen. But it's almost like these documentaries just shouldn't be made at this point, dude. Because you always had this epidemic of white girls on TikTok that don't know how to look at anything through a serious lens. They're so terminally online, they fried their brain enough to think everything is just a Naruto anime protagonist and antagonist, and nothing is serious and should be taken serious. And honestly, man, as bad as these comments are, that's not even scratching the surface to how weird people get when a killer they deem to be attractive gets incarcerated. Like, when this guy, Jeffrey Dahmer, was arrested, there was a horde. There was a whole stampede of horny women writing to him about, you know, how much they love him. They'll, like, send him money for him to use in jail, because I guess you can, like, buy stuff with money in jail. Didn't know that, never been. But that's just fucking crazy to me, bro. I thought, like, buying a subscription to OnlyFans and giving those girls money was bad, but giving a serial killer money who would have killed you if they had the chance is even crazier than anything on this earth. Like, if you were just in the wrong place at the wrong time, you would have been one of his victims, yet you're sending him money because you find him physically attractive. What redeeming qualities do these killers have besides the fact they're a little bit genetically there? And even then, like, maybe we're looking at the wrong Jeffrey Dahmer, but this one? Y'all simping over that? That guy's not the creme de la creme, bro. He looks creepy as fuck. And what's even crazier, well, I don't know about crazier, but it's pretty insane. During Jeffrey Dahmer's reign of terror, he took, like, Polaroids of his victims. And because the internet is weird and can't mind their own damn business, like, always gotta do something crazy, there's, like, a movement on TikTok to find these Polaroids and people posting videos about their reaction to them. Like, look at this. Y'all posting about these Polaroids. I should have minded my own damn business. I did not expect to actually see them. Thought they would be deleted by now. I mean, what do you dumbasses expect? When you're looking up Jeffrey Dahmer Polaroid, you're gonna see some Jeffrey Dahmer Polaroids, dude. Do you know how dark the internet gets? Like, anything, the most messed up stuff you can think about is probably somewhere on the internet. Whether it be on the surface web or the deep web is irrelevant. If you look hard enough, yes, you can find Jeffrey Dahmer Polaroids. Oh, I didn't expect them to be that bad. You're looking at dead people, bro. What else did you expect? Like, honestly, what else did you expect? It wasn't gonna be sunshine, unicorn, shitting rainbows. It was gonna be grim. Y'all looked it up. Y'all should have minded your own damn business. And this stuff shouldn't have even been released to the public in the first place. Like, ignoring the fact y'all are digging it up like it's a fucking treasure chest. These are images of people who didn't consent to be murdered, obviously, and didn't consent to have these gruesome photos of them out there. But for some reason, somehow they were made public. I don't know how, but the fact they're public in the first place is absolutely awful. And the fact that they're, like, sensationalizing them and, like, starting a manhunt for them, it's even worse. Like, yes, you saw the Polaroids. We don't need to make TikToks about them, because all you're gonna do is spark curiosity in more people to look at them themselves, because you're on TikTok. You're gonna find plenty of people as dumb, if not dumber, than you.